this one might go to Flux Context. Flux Context may have taken the cake. What's going on, beautiful people? D'Lo Brands back for another video, and today we actually have a few different things that we're doing. A lot of different updates, a lot of secrets unveiled, and so the first thing that we're gonna do today is explore a new application that I'm figuring out about for the first time. But you may have heard about this, and it is called OpenArt. So OpenArt basically is where you can go to access pretty much every generative model for image and video. I'm pretty sure also for some type of sounds. And they also have a interface where you're able to plan things and kind of similar to Google's Whisk. And I like it. It it basically is a wrapper, allows you to access different APIs and stuff like that all in one place. But it seems like it has some features, for example, characters, consistency that it has to offer. So, motion to video, of course, ideate, advanced AI tools. So, right here is the interface that you will see when you first open the app, and you get 40 trial credits off rip. So, I would consider just, testing it out with these 40. But if you did want to upgrade, of course, they have plans. Annually, it's pretty cheap, but monthly, $15 a seat minimum, all the way up to, whatever. So, what we want to do here is explore this a little bit and just show you guys the features. We're not really going to dive too deep into it, but what we're going to do is compare Flux Context, which is a new model, with Imagen 4. And so, we're also going to explore some new tools that I found within Vertex AI that you'll be able to access too. So right here we have the interface. We have a bunch of buttons on the side, characters, videos, edit image, style palettes, models, apps, a bunch of stuff, my stuff, a bunch of stuff. So really quick, we're just gonna look at this character view. So it looks like you're able to create characters that are consistent and use them inside of your prompts pretty easily. So maybe OpenArt has a way that it connects the two. And we may try this, but first we're going to try comparing the models. So inside of videos, of course, you have this very familiar interface, controlling settings, negative prompt, and you can also access all of the models right here. So they have Clean 2.1, VO2, Vidu. These are all things that we've looked at on this channel. So pretty standard, but it's like I said, basically a wrapper for you to access all of the models in one place, honestly. And what we're gonna do is actually compare within this window right here, which is create, which is basically talking about photos. So you have all of these different photo models. You have public models. So people have trained models, Flux Realism, Juggernaut Flux Pro, Flux Schnell, Juggernaut, different models that you're able to use. So look through here, figure out the model that has the look that you're looking for the most so that you don't have to, experiment. Maybe you want a Disney Pixar cartoon, so you choose this one. But what we're going to do is go to Flux Context, and we are going to go to Gemini, and we're going to ask Gemini for some prompts. I want to compare Flux Context with Imagen 4. Give me some hard prompts for them, some hard image prompts for them to generate. Some hard ones. We need some hard ones because this is, in fact, a competition. So they say context excels in context editing. So that was the brush that we saw. When you go to edit, and it's not in this window. So we'll generate an image and then I'll show you guys that. But let's just see what prompts it gave us. So a bustling future cyberpunk. I like this one. And the way that we will be accessing the Imagen model is just like last time in my last video of Imagen 4. We are in Vertex AI. You have to pay for this, so keep that in mind. Let's put it here. Number of results. Let's just do 2 results. And let's also do it here. No settings messed with. Number of images 2. So that's gonna take me 10 credits. So we're gonna do about 4 tests. And this one, 4 seconds. This is Flux Kontext. This one is done as well. So let's see. And this is actually similar to the prompts that it's given me before. So let's see this. So that's nice. So it's supposed to be a futuristic cyberpunk street market at twilight. A lone stoic cyborg detective in a trench coat. Okay. And then we got this one. It did its job. I mean, I like the images compared to Imagen 4. Let me see. We're actually going to split screen this so that we can see both on the same screen. So I can close this dashboard. I actually just left out of it. That's not good. Let's do it again. But I mean, the image looks good. It doesn't look the highest of quality, but let's see these images over here. I guess I have to download, and they look pretty similar. For example, this one. So we download the image, open it. So this is the image that Imagen 4 gave us. Now it is very similar to the image that Flux Kontext gave us, but I would just say that Imagen 4 did better in clarifying text. So I'm not sure if it thought it needed to do it in Chinese, but these are very similar photos. So based off of these 2 photos, I would say that Imagen 4 wins, but it's not by a landslide. Like, you can probably utilize that other photo for something, but this kind of shows the prompt adherence that these models have, which is why I believe they are getting similar outputs, very similar outputs, is because the prompting is very, very detailed. Quantum Noodle, Synth Threads Apparel, like Imagen 4 definitely takes the cake on this one. I have to say. Let's look at this other one. Yeah. I mean, Flux didn't do bad, but it just simply isn't as good as the Imagen 4 one. And I'm sure if we upscale that Imagen 4 one, it'll look like a great photo. So let's move on to our next prompt. We are going to do an abandoned Victorian greenhouse overrun. Okay. So bam. Let's input this. Let's just do 2 results because I'm only really looking at 2 anyway. And I guess we have to move this out a little bit. Let's create. Bam. And turbo is off. So I'm guessing, this stuff would go super, super fast. Did it give me 4? It did give me 4. Or no, it gave me 2. Okay. So bam, this is the first photo. And let's go with this one. Ooh, this one might go to Flux Kontext. Flux Kontext may have taken the cake because number 1, Imagen 4 did not bring the atmosphere like Flux Kontext brought the atmosphere. Like, compare it, I would take Flux Kontext every single day compared to Imagen 4 if we're just talking about these 2 photos because what was the prompt? It was an opulent, abandoned Victorian greenhouse overgrown with fantastical bioluminescent flora. You know? So dust motes dance, a tattered velvet armchair. Like, this is Flux Kontext won that one. Flux Kontext won that one. So it's 1-1 right now. We have 1 to Imagen 4 and we have 1 to Flux Kontext. Yeah, this other image isn't gonna do it any justice. I'm not gonna even open it. But Flux Kontext other image was this one, and it still had that same type of fantastical look to it. Maybe the bird just isn't as good, but these are also just one and done prompts. We're not refining them or anything of the sort. Let's do dreamlike depiction of the flow of time, figures of people. Ooh, I think that this would be a very good one to test the knowledge, test the extent of training that these models have, because this is looking for a Roman centurion, a flapper, a Victorian lady, and a cyberpunk hacker. So it's like it has to imagine different things, and this is going to be another fantastical. Yeah, we're just gonna put that in there, and we are going to put this one in here. And Imagine 4 is really, really fast. I have noticed it is incredibly fast. So I like the output that Imagine 4 gave already. Let's download this one because I think that it'll okay. See, yeah, okay. I will say, off of first glance, like this, off of first glance, the one that is more realistic is Flux Kontext, for sure. But I think that this is a hard one because I want to say Imagine 4 because of the clarity, but I would like to say Flux Kontext because of the creativity and the cohesiveness. Because over here, I mean, it's cool. Like all of the images are there. You got the Centurion, but it didn't really bring different ages, you know, together. Honestly, it just it didn't do that. So this image, I would say, is pretty bad. This one didn't really do the job at all. But this one, I really, really like this image because it does it in a very subtle way of bringing all of the characters into the scene, and it does it in a fantastical way. This the image from Imagine 4 on our left, it's usable, it's good, but this other one just looks more creative. It looks more creative. So I'm gonna give this one to Flux Context. Is Flux Context gonna be Imagine 4? Let's see, man. I really do like this photo though. Download as JPG. Let me see if opening it up changes anything. Not really. I just get to see the kind of pixelated time. The flow home or something. I don't know. I hope they didn't steal this image. Look, don't come after me for copyright if they stole this image from you. But I do like this a lot. And they're talking about a cyberpunk hacker. I don't see a cyberpunk hacker though. So, but we do give that point to Flux. Now on to the next prompt. We are going to do I'm gonna give me a very fantasy like image prompt of a wizard. Let's do a wizard. Why not? You know? Who likes Harry Potter? Do you like Harry Potter? Put down in the comments whether you like Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter a lot, but it is generating an image for it. Give me the text prompts. That's the only thing that Gemini, I would say most models just simply do not, how should I put this? They don't exactly know when to use each model and make it a cinematic action shot fighting another wizard or shooting a fireball or shooting a fireball. Okay. So make it a bro, please just give me the text prompts. It's gonna do it quickly. So I'm gonna just let it do its thing, but just give me the text prompt, bro. Give me the text prompt. Okay, a cinematic action shot. Bam. Let's put this into Imagine 4. Let's make sure that we want to use this one. 50mm lens. Let's do 80mm lens of a majestic ancient wonder. A dynamic golden ratio cinematic action shot. So we're gonna do that. And the reason why I say dynamic golden ratio is because I wanted to be using the best possible, guidelines for cinematic creation. So we are gonna create this for Flux Context as well. And right off the bat, man, I like the results that Imagine gave us for sure. Unfortunately, I may not be able to open this one. Yes, I did. So I like this one. That golden ratio effect is what makes all of this kind of look like it's like swirling. Like there's a center point on this image. and everything's being kind of directed to that center point, and that's what the golden ratio does. But I like this image. This is Imagen 4. Let's download this other one. I don't like the upscaling. We figured this out in the last video that the upscaling for Imagen 4 just is not that good, so we're gonna go without it. And this is Imagen 4's, and ooh, yeah, yep, yep. Wow, I did not expect this. I will say I did not expect this. I did not expect to be saying right now that Flux is better than Google's Imagen 4. So, as we see right here, we have both of these images here, and I would just say that Flux Kontext is, way more mystical. I will say that there are some discrepancies in the image, but I like the fidelity of it way more than the fidelity of this image, especially being that Flux added an atmosphere in that is more dramatic than the atmosphere of Imagen 4. It's not to say that this isn't dramatic, but I really, really like the image context or the image composition of Flux Kontext. And even in this image, like it looks pretty good. It's not necessarily using the golden ratio, but I think that Flux gets a point for this one. Flux has 3 points at this time. So I think that's it. I think Flux has won. Flux has just beat Imagen 4. Flux Kontext. Wow. And we did this for free. For free on OpenArt. Make sure you do check it out. It's a cool platform. I like it. It's a great place if you're looking for a one-stop shop for doing everything. You have a chatbot that uses Flux Kontext. You have edit, bulk create. Ooh, bulk create. Wow. Batch generation. So I guess this is generating how many? Number of images, two. Yeah, so a bunch of images. You can train models. So you can train your own model. This costs about 1,000 credits, which is a limited time offer. But if you upgrade to that lowest plan, then you will get about 4,000 credits. So you'll be able to train about 4 models. But this is a feature that I think is very, very cool for OpenArt to have. And if you guys would like us to walk through this and create our own AI clones or characters, then be sure to put that down in the comments. Otherwise, let me know what you guys thought about the outcome and which model you think is better, Flux Kontext or Imagen 4. In my book right now, Flux Kontext for fantastical and mystical type of art pieces, that is definitely the winner. Now, we did not try with photorealism or anything of that sort, so keep that in your mind. But if you did learn anything in this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are almost to 350 subscribers. We have grown so much over the last 2 months, and I cannot thank you guys enough. But this has been D-Lo Brands, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.